action of the hips that we're going to be working on. So just like really basically, down dog is an upside down V shape of the body. Hands are down, booty is lifting up and back, creating that V shape. Now what I want to do is really focus on the hip hinge. So again, just a reminder, your hip is where your thigh bone and your pelvis meet. So what I'd like you to do is take a block. You're going to bring it in between your inner thighs the long ways. You're going to come into a tabletop position with your knees a little bit further past your hips, so you have that hinge in your hips. Squeeze the block and feel like you're trying to pull the block up into your pelvis as you wrap your glutes towards your hamstrings. Inhale, you're going to drop your belly, open your chest. Exhale, come into a cat-like spine. Feel the weight into your hands. Keep that as you hoist the block up towards the ceiling, and then slowly begin to shift the weight back into the feet so you feel an even amount of weight into your hands and your feet. Bend your knees, and again, hoist the pelvis, the block up into the pelvis. Squeeze the block. Now the block gives us automatically an engagement of the deep core and the muscles in the hips. So you're not rounding your spine, you're really extending and lengthening. And bending the knees is not cheating, okay? Bending the knees gives your spine the opportunity to be the most important thing. Our core, when we're in the womb, it develops first, and our limbs come later to support that. So we want our core to be integrated, intelligent, and strong, and everything else comes from there. So a lot of us have a lot of tightness in our back, whether it's middle back or low back, in our hips. So bending the knees, and you might have to bend them a lot, right? You might be bending them a lot, but as long as you're pulling the thigh bones up, you're giving your spine the chance to lengthen. You're drawing your abdominals in, your low belly in, and hoisting the thigh bones up, getting a deep hip hinge. Versus straightening the legs, and then the spine, if you don't have that kind of mobility, your spine is going to start to round. And you do get a stretch in the hamstrings as well. You just are honoring the pelvis first and then actively extending from there. And again, that hip hinge that we worked on. So just to kind of show you, you have tabletop, deep hip hinge, glute and hamstring, draw the thigh bones up. Then I'm going to take this, I'm going to walk back into our forward fold just to kind of show you how that same action translates into our forward fold. Spine is long, thigh bones drawing back. Then I'm going to walk it forward into my downward facing dog. Nothing changes in my spine or my hips. It's still that same deep hip hinge. Now I'm just upside down. Another great tool for down dog, if you're super tight in the shoulders, because that can impact your hips. Take blocks underneath your hands, give you a little bit more space. Oh, I love that option. And yeah, get curious and feel free to break the rules. Just prioritize your spine and your core. Your core is everything but your limbs. And then everything else is just icing on the cake. Oh, and make sure you can breathe. That's it. Give it a try. Have fun. Let me know what you think.